Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to do a video about hooded eyes and how to do your eyeshadow when you have hooded eyes, but it will also just be an eyeshadow tutorial for a very simple look and sort of an everyday look. So first I'm going to prime my face. I'm just going to be using the Hourglass number 28 primer. It's sort of like a serum primer, but I'm just putting that on because I'm going to do my eyes first because that's the part where I want to spend the most time. And also I feel like if anything drops on my face, or we can then just clean it up. I've really loved doing my makeup routine like this recently, especially when I've been going out like at night time, because I feel like it really defines my eyes and it really looks really nice. And just by putting that on first, it means that it's going to sink in and be ready for us when we put our foundation on eventually. And that's just a really lovely sort of almost, well, it's a serum, but it's a very thick serum and it just really hydrates your skin. So when you've got quite dry skin, it's really lovely to just put that on. So I'm just going to fill in my brows quickly with the Hourglass Arch Brow Pencil in Soft Brunette, and I'm just going to speed through this. Okay, so now that my eyebrows are done, they look a bit scary and a bit like whew, full on. But I'm just going to take my concealer. This is the Born This Way multi-use concealer, and I'm just going to put it around my brows and underneath to clean them up. And this is just going to prime the area, and also it's just going to take, I'm just going to use a bit of a paddle brush. So I'm going to use the smaller side first, but it's just going to carve out my brows. So now we're going to start on our eyes. So I'm just going to grab a packing brush, a blender brush from Nude by Nature, and I've also got a packing brush. So this is the Steeler 30 brush, and it also comes with a little blender brush on the other side. So this is a lot thinner than this one, so it's good to get into the really hard to reach places. You can also blend the outer edges of your eyes to make it sort of look very seamless. So I'm going to start with the firm blender brush, and so I'm going to be using today the Steeler Eyes of the Window to the Soul palette. So this is one of my favorite palettes, and it's a great palette for every day and also at nighttime because it's got these really beautiful shimmery shades, but then also it's got great matte shades just to be able to put into your crease and just to be able to do almost everything that you would want to do. But it's a very neutral palette, so if you want that pop of colour, there are other palettes out there. So I'm just taking this bone colour and just putting that all over my lid to set down the little bit of concealer that was on there. So at the moment I'm leaning back into the mirror, but that's just because I just want to be able to see the whole space. So the thing with hooded eyes is it's where your crease is actually doubled over, and so you can't see your crease unless you look back, and then you can see the crease of your eye. So it's where we actually, if you are a hooded eye person, or if you do have hooded eyes, you actually have a lot more lid space and a lot more blending space to work with. So it's gonna sound really weird, but you almost have to blend in your crease but above your crease to make it look like we have that beautiful crease that everyone else does, or that people that don't have this hoodedness around their eye have. So I'm gonna take this next little shade. It's like a medium brown, and I'm going to take it, so that's the crease of my eye, and I'm looking straight ahead when I'm doing this. But then I'm also going to take it up. So you almost want to take it all the way up to, so my brush isn't even hitting my crease anymore. It's all the way up near my eyebrow. And this shape works for hooded eyes because it allows them to look like you've got so much more depth to your eyes. And the other thing is that the contouring, when you're wanting to give the illusion that something's not there, like you're wanting to give the illusion that your cheekbone is more defined, with this you're wanting to give the illusion that your eye is more defined. So I'm just putting this in the crease. And so the main colour goes in your crease and then you just slowly blend it upwards. And then I'm just going to blend it to create a shape. So where the bottom of my eye is, I'm going to just sweep it up and down so that I've just got a rough shape of where I want the eyeshadow to go. So now when I look back, this eye looks quite hooded, but this eye actually gives the illusion that I've got more lid space than I actually do, which is exactly what I want. You can do this looking back, but it is really hard when you first learn how to do this, because it is so much easier just to stick your brush in. So like raise your eyebrows, stick your brush into your hood, and then just go like windscreen wipers, and then just slowly tilt your head back a little bit and go higher and higher. And you want to go right under your eyebrow. So today we're not going to do a complicated look, we're just doing one matte colour, and then I'm going to take it under like I did on the other side and make that. So I've just made this sort of triangle shape on the outside of my eye. So this part under here is where you put your highlight. So we're just going to blend all the way up to where we would put the highlight. And it seems really scary at first when you do it, but it actually looks so much better because you can see, if you spend like 20 minutes blending your eyeshadow and then you're looking like this, and then you look down, and then a lot of the time people with hooded eyes, you can't even see any of the blending or any of the actual work that you've been doing. So this is just going to be able to showcase a little bit more of your eye, and it will actually make your eye pop even more because it will make it look like your eyes are so much bigger. And as I said, people with hooded eyes, it's like an extra special thing where we have so much lid space, so you really need to work with it and bring your crease and your blending all the way up to your eyebrow. So this is still just this medium brown colour. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to take this other Stila eyeshadow palette. It's called Matte and Metal, and it has this lovely sort of light goldy, but also has like a little bit of pink in this shade. So I could have used this middle brown here or these two sort of cool toned pinks in a way, but I just really love this shade, and as you can see I've probably used this the most out of all of them. In the Stila one, the other one, sorry, the Eyes of the Window to the Soul, I love this colour so much, and this one is probably my favourite out of all of them. I could have used this one today, and I'm going to use this one to highlight, but I just really want to use this other one just because it's just such a beautiful shade, and also it's just that classic Stila eyeshadow look where it's like a very soft shimmer. And then if you want it to look more metallic, a lot of the Stila eyeshadows, that especially the shimmery ones and the glittery ones, are all supposed to be used with water or with a setting spray or with any sort of spray. So you can just wet your brush with water and it will do the trick, but I just love how it looks very natural without any water. And then at night time I can sort of amp it up if I want to. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to use this Kitten shade. This is a very cult favourite shade. It's very, very shimmery and so beautiful for highlighting. It just really gives you that bold highlighter look. I just use a tiny bit under my brows. Okay, so I'm just gonna go do the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Okay, so I feel like everything looks a bit funny until you put mascara on, but mascara is just the best step, I feel like, in your makeup routine because it just brings everything together and makes it look so much better. So I'm using the Colossal Big Shot today from Maybelline, and this is one of my favourite mascaras because it actually doesn't, it goes on quite wet, and when it dries, it literally doesn't, it almost dries down really hard on your lashes, so it doesn't smudge underneath your eyes. It literally just sort of cracks off or flakes off a little bit, which is what I like so much better than having smudges all down my eyes, which is what I get when I put the Chanel mascara on. I really like very lengthening mascaras, not the ones that are very clumpy, because I find that they just make your eyelashes so much longer and it just makes it look so much more natural than if you have a lot of volume in your lashes. But I do understand why some people like that volume mascara or to have a little bit of both. I think the Lash Paradise mascara from L'Oreal, that really does give you a lot of volume and length, which is also one of my favourites. But you can also, if you love this mascara or if you love different mascara, just build it up and it will give you, if you build up a lengthening mascara, it can give you a lot more volume. I accidentally hit my eye with this one. So my trick with mascara is always let it dry first and then you can just take it off with a Q-tip. Okay, so that's my finished look with hooded eyes. As you can see, like it's a very simple look. We've only used 3 eyeshadows today, but it really does make a difference when you do blend up a little bit higher when you do have hooded eyes. And it just also shows off your work a little bit. If you've made the effort to put a colour in your crease and a colour on your lid, then let it show. It's sort of like, we are at an advantage having hooded lids. We've got so much more room to play with, but it is also really difficult when you are doing it like this and then you look down and then you can't see any of it. So I just wanted to give you some tips on how to bring it up a little bit higher. It is really scary at first, and everyone that I have let do it themselves first, they are always like, I'm always like, go higher, go higher, go higher. Like you can really go all the way up to your eyebrows, and then you can clean it up after. Like that's not an issue. You can put a little bit of concealer there and clean it up after. But just go as high as you can, and then you can put your little bit of glitter or shadow highlighter under your eyebrows, and that will still lift your face in the same way that I've shown you in other tutorials. So it's just a matter of going as high as you can to give your eyes the illusion that you have a larger crease than you actually do, and also just bringing that shadow, that glittery shadow on the lid will give you a little bit more of that glamorous look. And you can do this for every day or for nighttime, and you can change the colours in whatever way you want. So blue eyes, they like golds and bronzes and different browns, and then also like oranges will make them really pop, or pinks will also make them really pop, and reds, they look so beautiful on blue eyes. On green eyes, you've got purples and oranges look amazing, and also obviously your browns and your bronzes and everything. And then on brown eyes, you can do whatever you want and get away with everything. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. We're almost at about, I think, 20 subscribers, so that's really exciting, and I really hope that we can build on that. And thank you so much for all the support you've shown on YouTube. It's really been such a great journey so far. I think next week I'm going to start uploading only one video, and then maybe the occasional Friday video, but it will be Wednesday videos from now on for a few weeks, and then we'll go back to Wednesdays and Fridays hopefully. So thank you so much for all the support that you've shown me. Please go and like my page on Instagram. It's secret_gems98, and that's where all of my work is showcased. So thank you so much, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye!